This is a warrior in the people's battle. Even though his entire body was on fire, he still maintained his fighting stance. Even one team felt unsure, so they took him to the nearest hospital. Doctor is shocked to see her like that. This warrior's body was 90% burnt, even bleeding profusely, but he was still alive until then. It was a miracle, but even more miraculous, 3 weeks later he recovered remarkably. Young skin also begins to grow all over the body. This strange incident had caught the attention of the senior leaders. But sadly, no matter what they ask, he does not know. He doesn't even remember his own name anymore. But according to the leaked documents, his name is Ivan. He has won the title of Outstanding Warrior many times. Other than that information, they didn't know anything about him. People felt that he should be sent home. But the chief officer thought that losing his mind would not affect his bravery when fighting. Just like that, Ivan got on the carriage and went to the battlefield. On the way, there are many damaged tanks being transported away. Ivan seemed to remember something. He went to inform the captain that this tank had been ambushed, and the other one was bombarded by a white tiger. The captain asks Ivan to tell him the reason, but he says all of them are tank spirits. Told him he had also experienced its power once. When the two officers heard it, they felt very strange. They felt that Ivan should go to a mental hospital for treatment. But the officer next to him looked very serious, because before that, he had heard of the reputation of the White Tiger Army but had never witnessed it. During an interrogation, the German army general also acknowledged the existence of a White Tiger troop. They are like gods, attacking when the gods don't know, then disappeared without a trace. To investigate this matter clearly, the Soviet Army has updated the T-34 tank. They increase its thickness as well as its fire and explosion resistance. A good horse must have a good general. Ivan was of course the chosen one. He became commander of the T-34 and was specifically promoted to the rank of lieutenant. In the end he rode a T-34 with 2 other comrades. But this combination doesn't seem very good. On the 34th floor, apart from Ivan, the other 2 look really slow. To avoid disapproving views from others, the officers ordered them to bombard distant targets with just 2 shots. A man who had just seen him immediately identified a target 640 meters away. Then they control the running tank while aiming. In the blink of an eye, the target was destroyed. This scene also silences the haters. Not long after, the commander received information from the battlefield that the White Tiger appeared again and destroyed their 5 tanks and 4 self-propelled artillery. Ivan looked at his friend who had been torn apart, and then looked at the surrounding Maidan. Then he thought that the enemy was hiding in the forest, waiting for the right time to act. Ivan then used a tank as bait. Then he controlled the T-34 to dig into the ground as if he was attacked. Of course the prediction was not wrong, but the clerk next to him was very worried. If the White Tiger did appear, would the T-34 be able to deal with it? But he could only wait in the forest. Sure enough, not long after, a White Tiger slowly appeared. It is said that on the battlefields of Soviet Germany, the German tank was hailed as a very powerful machine. And that was the White Tiger. Even when the Soviet T-34 saw it, also had to retreat. The T-34 is carefully camouflaged. After hiding safely, prepare to attack, the White Tiger slowly came out of the forest, causing the soldiers to panic. Because no matter the looks or the barrel, it far surpasses the T-34. He wanted to take a photo, so he could study it. But his camera broke just in time. The gods judged him as the only legend on the battlefield. After 1 artillery fire, the decoy T from the Soviet soldiers exploded. Now Ivan took the opportunity to drive the tank forward. After aiming properly, the T-34 fired 2 shots in succession. But for the White Tiger, these 2 shots are nothing. Ivan knew he shouldn't be in too much of a hurry, so he rode the T-34 in the back of a used tank. But that didn't stop the White Tiger. The White Tiger's shots made Ivan change his strategy. Ivan rode a T-34 and quickly got out. The automatic wheel makes the White Tiger spin. But being so young, at any time compared to any aspect, White Tiger not less than T-34, even if searching for half a day. The T-34 still couldn't find any trace of the White Tiger. Just like that, while they were still waiting, the T-34 was shot to shreds. Luckily no one was hurt. But the T-34 was badly damaged, and they had to replace the parts and build a new one. Then they went to investigate, and found the trail left by the white tiger. Must be on the shores of the lake. The officer thinks like White has been at the bottom of the lake. However, Ivan thought that it would emerge from the ground and strike again. The officer asked how he could be so sure. He said he could hear the heart of a used tank in here. They were all waiting for the white tiger to be destroyed. It sounded like a joke, but those were Ivan's honest words. Not long after the decisive battle took place, the commander gave the order. The tanks fired at once. Even the ground wanted to shake. Then all the tanks rushed into the battle without any fear. Because in this battle there is nothing left to lose. Only Ivan still believed that the white tiger existed. As expected, it appeared. When the Soviet tanks lined up, they were determined to be destroyed. This is a show of German tanks in World War II. A few shots set the battlefield on fire. Some soldiers who couldn't escape were burned on the spot. The German White Tiger only fired one shot. The Soviet tank also had to retreat. After firing, he would slowly disappear from the battlefield in a cloud of smoke. By this time the new Soviet T-34 was rapidly catching up to the White Tiger. It was Ivan's group. This time they were well prepared to make him pay. They chased all the way to the village. They control the tank looking for the target. Ivan seemed to smell a white tiger. Years of experience told him that this warehouse had problems. Then he fired a cannon at him. As expected, a tank came out from there. But it's just an ordinary tank. T-34 adds another shot that sends him straight into the underworld. At this point, Ivan realized that the Germans were only using the tank as bait. Then they constantly multiply T-34. At this time, the White Tiger was waiting in the back. The decisive battle is about to begin. The White Tiger shot first, but that was only to test the cannon. Then the T-34 counterattacked, also firing into the air to interfere with the White Tiger's sight. T-34 crashes into a wooden house. As expected, this time the White Tiger couldn't aim properly and wasted several shots. But the log house is also the T-34's savior benefactor. Ivan took the opportunity. Luckily no one was hurt, but the T-34 was badly damaged, and they had to replace the parts. Unexpectedly, he was trapped in a mud pit. The barrel was also covered in mud. When the T-34 left the scene, fierce fighting continued. Just like that, the T-34 missed the chance to crack the White Tiger. Ivan could only hold a gun and shoot continuously at the White Tiger. But it didn't work. He could only watch it go until Germany surrendered. The Soviets occupied Berlin. The tank still hasn't appeared yet. Ivan not too happy. He thought that the White Tiger was still there. The war was still there. Maybe 20 years, 50 years and even 100 years. All he could do was wait patiently.